Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, crypto traders and investors. It's Rod with POW Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Today is Monday, September 1st. It's Labor Day. Hope you had a great long weekend. It's a brand new month. We're going to take a look at HBAR. We'll take a look at the price chart, the technicals, what to expect in terms of the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. Spoiler alert, though, we must bounce soon or there could be a lot more trouble ahead. And we're going to take a look at the weekly bull flag. We'll get an update on that. We did have some POW algo alerts that went off on not just on HBAR, but on HBAR it was on a bunch of altcoins, signaling that we could see a little bit more downside. But like I said, key support is approaching, and in order to maintain this bullish continuation pattern that could see upwards of 50 cents, we need to bounce very, very soon. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe. Take the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And full disclosure, I do own HBAR in my portfolio, very bullish on it. Very good chance that we see altcoin ETFs, and Hedera is definitely leading the pack. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter, and the handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. I also just opened a long on HBAR on BTCC crypto exchange. If you haven't already done so, there'll be links for this in the description, in the comment section. Essentially, we have a trading challenge going on at the moment, and you can get 10% bonus on your first time deposit, up to $10,000 extra bonuses as well per user. And there's no KYC. It's been operating for 14 years, never been hacked. So essentially what happens is when you do the copy trading, there's currently, I think, 28, almost 30 copy traders right now copying POW Group, and we've got a win rate of about 75%. That means most of our trades are profitable. So every time we take a trade, 75% of the time they're profitable. And when you do these copy trading type of accounts, you basically just buy when I buy and you sell when I sell. And like I said, there'll be links for this in the description, in the comment section. And we do have a few open at the moment. We've been seeing a ton of people signing up for that lately. Can't say enough good things about it. And you can check out the link in the description for more information on that. But these pullbacks definitely provide opportunity. I know most of crypto, Twitter, and on X, social media, people are starting to turn very bearish at the moment, and we have major catalysts ahead, right? We know that Congress has been on August recess, so there hasn't been any movement with regards to policy changes and market structure. The Clarity Act, there's a very high probability though that they do get approved over the next month or two, especially ahead of the October deadline. I think there's probably an 80 to 90% chance that it gets approved sometime in September or October ahead of the October deadline. So that would be huge if we get more momentum building as well for the Clarity Act. If we get interest rates cuts, which is more than likely going to be the case, we'll see what happens if we get bigger cuts than anticipated, or if they continue to cut consecutively at multiple FOMC meetings. I think that is going to be a huge catalyst as well to really send us over the edge here, and this is the final phase of the bull market, right? We're approaching that blow off top moment and final euphoric parabolic wave before, in my opinion, before we have a multi-year bull market that more than likely could begin in 2026. But you can see here on the weekly time frame, like I said, we have the POW algo alert that had multiple sell alerts go off on HBAR and a few others as well, and we've been using the POW algo alerts to help us with our trades on BTCC, and that's part of the reason why we've had such great success there, about 75 to 80% of the trades being winners. So as of right now, on this weekly time frame, you can see here that we're approaching key support. So we're right on that 0.32 fib at 21 cents. If we can hold EMA 26 here as well, which is also at 21 cents, I think there's a very good probability and chance that we're going to continue higher from here and confirm this weekly bull flag. So if we don't hold 21 cents, there's a very strong possibility that we're heading back down to around 18, 17 cents. Down to that golden pocket, we could even dip down to around 15 cents if we don't hold this. And then if we bounce from here, hold 21 cents, break key resistance at the high of the bounce at 30.5 cents, that's going to confirm the weekly bull flag, similar to what the S&P 500 just did. Then you take your measured move, and you've got a target of about 51 cents. Bitcoin also confirmed the weekly bull flag, and there's tons of weekly bull flags set up right now in the altcoin space. We also have Ethereum, which has a weekly bull flag as well. It already confirmed it, so that increases the odds that we're going to see this for HBAR and other altcoins. It's a great sign when Ethereum is leading and building dominance against, when it's taking dominance away from Bitcoin, that's a great sign that full-blown alt season is just around the corner. I think we're more than into the early stages of it. And like I said, Bitcoin losing some dominance. We've seen the Bitcoin dominance start really fall off a cliff. I think it's probably going to head down into the low 50s, maybe even into the 40s over the next couple of months. And like I said, with Ethereum confirming this weekly bull flag, we have a target of 56.49. So it's looking really good for full-blown alt season, like I said, over the next couple of months. I do think that the crypto market will more than likely peak at some point in Q4 of 2025. We've been seeing M2 global money supply as well continuing to rise, so that's a great sign. And then, like I said, with Ethereum breaking to new all-time highs and price discovery, 5,600 is the target. We could easily hit, in my opinion, somewhere around 6,000 to 8,000 on the low end on Ethereum. And like I said, this is a great sign. Typically, we see the S&P 500, we see Bitcoin, we see Ethereum, and then the rest of the altcoins go as well. On the weekly time frame, we did have a bearish triple thunder crossover on the POW algo alerts. That's what I was discussing and talking about earlier. That's when the price is dropping below the 10-week moving average. Then when we have a stochastic and a MACD bear cross on the weekly time frame, when all three of those happen simultaneously, that's called a bearish triple thunder crossover. You can see the last time that happened, price went from about 26 cents all the way down to about 12 cents. But on the flip side of that, when you have the bull cross and the bullish triple thunder crossover, when the price gets above the 10-week moving average, you see a bull cross of the stochastic and the MACD. Generally, you see tons of upside. Last time it went from about 18 cents, like I said, to about 30 and a half. So I do think that this is that final shakeout before the final blow off top of this sector rally, and really the broader market at large. But if we also take a look here at the weekly moving average, we do have the 50 weekly coming up at 19.5 cents. So if we do wick below 21 cents, as long as we close the week above that this week, I think we'll maintain that weekly bull flag. There's a good chance that they shake people out, they go stop loss hunting, and ends up being a bear trap. But I really want to see us close this week over 21 cents to remain bullish. We also just had a golden cross on the daily time frame with the 50 crossing through the 200 daily moving average, and we also had the 50 and the 200 weekly, the 50 and the 200 weekly cross bullish as well. So typically what happens is these are lagging indicators, right? Because they're moving averages and they track the price. So generally you have a big run up, then the cross, consolidation, come back, flip it into old resistance into new support, and then you go again. And that's what it's looking for and what it's looking like here into the end of the year. And same thing on the daily time frame. We just had a golden cross. When the price got above it, it came back. Again, these are lagging indicators. So we had a big run up. We had the bull cross, consolidation. Now we're looking to go again. So I do think that, like I said, over the next couple of months, we're going to fully enter alt season, and you're going to know when alt season is here just based on total 3 as well. If you take a look at total 1, that's the total market cap of crypto. Total 2 is everything excluding Bitcoin. And then total 3 is everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And when we break into new all-time highs on total 3, we also have a cup and handle here as well. But once we break into new all-time highs, if we get above 1.16 trillion, I think we'll be up to 2 trillion in a hurry for total 3. And that will be a huge clue that we're going to see a lot of these altcoins really start to kick it into high gear. And we could easily see, in my opinion, 300, 500% from here, especially on some of the lower level names as well. I think HBAR is a great name for that to consider, a 5x from here. XLM is another one as well. Algo. XRP could very well do it, but it's already seen a huge move coming off, 50, 60 cents before the elections in November and hitting $3.60. So I think, XRP could easily hit somewhere between that $14 to $16. I think it's realistic to expect HBAR somewhere around that $3 to $5 here as we head into full-blown alt season. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section below. You can also check out the link for BTCC in the description in the comment section and take part in that copy trading challenge that we've been doing and really killing it. About 75 to 80% of our trades winning at the moment. All right, enjoy the rest of your long weekend. It's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.